My name is Chaim Schabes. I currently live in Muncie. Say Yeshir in Yeshiva. I have a shul. I grew up in Mexico. The Mexico that I grew up in was a Mexico that I never had a havamina, a thought of coming back to. When I got married, my mother-in-law asked, "Are you going to take my daughter back to Mexico?" No such thoughts. There was no havamina. However, a revolution took place here in Mexico. A kollel opened up by Rabbi Zecher Tzadik Livracha, and he started a revolution of Torah. It's unbelievable, it's unreal, but you see how a city could change with Torah. It was a city that had shuls, had but the knesiyos, and they had maybe a little bit of shiurim, but it wasn't thriving. And all the people that left during my years, that left to yeshivas in America and Eretz Yisrael, no one came back. There was nothing to come back to. There was a revolution that took place, the revolution of Torah, as I said, and Baruch Hashem, today the city is a different city. When we started the kollel, I came back for kollel. We started the Lakewood kollel, Birkas Shmuel. That was in 1989, and it started, as far as Ashkenazim, it was the second kollel that was in town. There was a yeshiva, there was a kollel, and the Ashkenazi kollel. Today, there's probably around 15 kollelim thriving, all types of maises, and it's unbelievable. However, what's happening right now, what's happening currently, the new idea, the new concept of creating a Ir HaTorah, a city of Torah, Altar HaKodesh, is something that is beyond that revolution. Till now, we had Torah in the city, and the boys come back home, and there was a limitation of how much they could grow. The Rebbe threw on us a COVID, and that caused yeshivas to go out of town. They couldn't be open in town, and they saw an unbelievable change that there is in the Bachar. They took him, they rented a ranch, and they came back. I was told for one Elul, they went away. They came back after Yom Kippur. They couldn't daven in their former shul because it was something totally different. The davening, the learning, the being into the learning, and that brought for specifically this Sarah this Maiset, to think of a new concept of not only making an out-of-town yeshiva, making yeshiva where boys would dorm and would be completely immersed in Torah. However, they think big. They're projecting, and they're thinking about making a whole city. This Torah Selyo is building 40 houses to have Kollel Yungalite in it, young Kollel Yungalite, and start their lives in this Ir HaTorah completely separated from the rest of civilization. There's only one thing that they're going to be immersed, that's in learning Torah with no other responsibilities, and this is taking over the city. It's not only one Moised, all the other Moises, there's one Nachshon and Aminadav, and then all the other Moises in town are thinking of possibly creating an option of bringing their Moises and bringing Torah into a place that is going to be completely immersed without anything else. It's really amazing what is happening over here. I think that this is not only creating a new concept in Mexico, it's a concept that I think is very possible. It will be taken as a new format for the Kehillas, for yeshivas, for Moshe Torah, and many other places to take. Currently, for a young man to buy a house, to buy an apartment in Mexico City, it's almost prohibitive. Now you have young alike marrying off their children, and just not possible. So therefore, this creates a new option for people to be able to have a new place that's affordable, and at the same time creating something which is Altaras HaKodesh, creating something that really is going to be able to help for the Yiddishkeit to take on a different level. And the Rebbe should help that this should have a lot of Hatzlacha and Bracha, but I think that really what's happening over here is historic, not only for Mexico. There's no question that here in Mexico there is an unbelievable, strong feeling of where this is going to take us. However, elsewhere, I think this will be able to bring new concepts, new ideas that will be able to thrive and live with that Torah and bring an Echas Ruach to the Rebbe Shalom. I have no question that this will speed the coming Mashiach Tzidkenu. Thank you very much.